What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Civilization 5 AI only old world battle. There's some things going on in the world. I just had a quick little overlook, had a look around to see what's going on. Obviously, I tend to forget all of the conflicts that are going on, but I had a look around, see if any major events are going on since last time. And first up, this is disgusting. Khazar, what the hell? You look what you've done to poor little Wallachia down here. That is really evil of you. But anyway, on to the cities that might be about to fall. So you saw Moscow fall last video, I think. Obviously the Soviet Union are gone altogether, which I know is quite a few people's picks down the drain. Yes, at the moment we've got a big Parthian invasion still going on into what is, I guess we'll call Eastern Poland, because, yep, whatever. This bit here, and yeah, Mongolia gave up. They were involved in that. And the only other city I think that's near falling is Babylon here, although I have no idea who that's going to fall to. Get the feeling it might be the Ottomans. And also Mercuria might take Akkad, which I said nobody was going to take. So yeah, we might see Babylon die very, very quickly here at the start. The Ottomans are joining in the siege of Akkad. I think it would probably take another turn before that city falls, at the very minimum. But Babylon could fall if the Ottomans got a unit onto that road. Although there's no bridge on this river, so it may take a few turns. But Arabia don't have any melee units here, so they should be okay to get it done. Babylon did get a peace deal with Ethiopia. That's not the peace deal they need. Poland and Carthage also peaced out. Carthage? What the? Did you lose? Oh yeah, you lost your other city to Egypt. Okay, so Carthage are just down to one city. Just a small nation in North Africa. I expect the Garamantes will take them out eventually, as maybe as the Sicilies get some more boats. Maybe they'll be able to take out Carthage. Because they've had a weird game, Sicilies, but, you know, at least they're kind of like Italy, so, I mean, I can't argue too much. Switzerland are kind of like France and Germany rolled into one, although Poland took a bit of Germany too. But yeah, and so a huge chunk of Spain as well, to be fair. I was going to say Portugal's a bit like Spain. Oh, no, Mercuria didn't need another turn. How did you... That was pretty good. Good job, Mercuria. I didn't see anyone taking that, but well done. Finally, another city for you. I mean, somehow you've held on to this city right here in sort of the centre of Africa, which is pretty impressive. But I don't know how long you'll keep that for. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty good. Also, they've got an amazing capital here in what is, I guess, Egypt. Egypt's more down here towards, like, Sudan. But, yeah, good job, Mercuria. Round of applause to you. Parthia is getting very scary. I just saw on the map how big they are. That is pretty huge on the map. But they're next to Mongolia, so it'll be interesting. India versus Portugal. Why on earth would you do that, Gandhi? What was the need for that? No idea. He just wants to be ready for when he can use his nukes. Oh look, the desert's really starting to fill up. India's borders being sort of chiseled and forced up through this way. Also Persia grabbing a tile. Parthia and Mongolia. Oh, actually not so much Mongolia, more Qing taking up what is left from this side. Qing are doing very well to still be alive. Like, I think that's probably what slowed Mongolia down. Just a bit of a fear of Qing, because Qing are still here. They're not as strong as Mongolia, but they're definitely one of the top nations in the game at the moment. And China as well are pretty strong themselves. And Vietnam are doing okay as well now, as I've found out in my Mongolia game. Vietnam, bit of a hazard. Just a bit of a hazard, especially when there's no China. Well, there is China, but not this much China. Or two Chinas, for that matter. Korea, who you trading with? You trading with Siam? Well, that's a good move. Siam haven't had a great game, have they? Let's face it. But they do look very cool as a country here. I do like this borders. Sadly, Vietnam had to settle the other side of them to make it look nice and ugly. But, I mean, these guys haven't fought yet, which is kind of weird. Or at least not significantly. See, Siam did lose, I think, 2 cities? Maybe 3. That is a Siamese name, I feel, as well. In that war. Surprised Persia are still alive, to be honest. But, you know, they're doing okay here. They've formed some sort of a country. Apparently they're fighting India. I don't know if that's... Maybe those units were already hurt, but we'll see. Okay, the race for Babylon. I think this should be the turn. Looks like Mercuria may actually slide in here and nick this as well. Which would be pretty impressive for the Mercurians. Oh, no, the Ottomans did it. There you go. Well, two new players, just like that, in the Arabian Peninsula. The Ottomans, who are sort of gaining and then losing something else. Like, they gain something somewhere and then they'll lose something somewhere else. That's how their game's sort of gone. So we'll see if they can hold on to Babylon. That is pretty impressive that they even took that. It's quite hard. It's in a good spot if they can keep it. I mean, it's kind of desecrated now, but yeah, and obviously Mercuria here as well. Arabia have been very quiet, which sucks. I mean, actually, they did have a load of... They had more units than this before. They've all sort of dissipated. Indonesia versus Polynesia. The Nesias are fighting. That could have gone horribly wrong. I'm never going to say that again. But yeah, the Polynesians and the Indonesians are fighting. So let's see how that goes. This could be the greatest war ever, isn't it, guys? I mean, it's just going to be absolutely spectacular. I mean, it's basically some New Guinea and I guess Old Guinea. No, because Old Guinea, I swear, is in Africa. There's a country called Guinea, or something, Guinea something, I'm pretty sure. It's like 2 names, but I have no idea. I'm confusing myself here. And then someone will tell me in the comments, as usual. But yeah, Polynesia, who have been very disappointing. God dang it, Polynesia. I was half expected to look over here and see a load of settlers. Embargo Ethiopia and banning of silk. What have you done so bad, Haley? What have you done that's that bad? I mean, apart from get the Great Wall. I guess that probably annoyed people a little bit. But, you're still here. You are probably the most defensive civ in the world right now, in terms of being safe. I mean, also, you got a lot of value for your Great Wall. Because in the Mongolia game, China have got it, and it cuts off one of their cities, and it is hilarious. Ooh, first ideology. No surprises there, is there? Mongolia going with autocracy. Who would have thought Genghis was an autocratic leader? No surprise there. Also, he's got some frigates now. So, he's starting to become more of a menace to more and more people over the globe. People like Korea can probably now start to fear him a little bit more than they already were. And the same goes for you, Tojo. Even though now you've got New Zealand, you're safe, you've got your summer home. And they're actually doing most of their trade by the look of it out here. So, they know what they're doing. Surprised the Kulin and Kimberley have not fought a war yet. Like, Australia, all the land is not gone yet, to be fair. There's still land in Australia, which is kind of crazy, but soon it will be gone. And then hopefully we'll see a war. And I think the Kulin should edge it, just because they have more cities, and that's usually... Oh, a Vietnam going to settle on Sri Lanka. That would certainly annoy India. I mean, India haven't got rid of Arabia just yet, but I expect we'll see them do that very soon. The banning of silk was passed. I didn't see what happened. And no trade with Ethiopia. That sucks. Ethiopia, you've cut yourself off physically with a giant wall, and now you've been cut off economically too. That must suck. That's not good. That's just setting you up to struggle with development in later life. It's only 1665 though. You got time to free yourself, do something. Make friends again. Songhai. Come on. Just want to poke them with a stick and be like, do something. Come on. But they did take Marrakesh, which is weird because there's no borders to it. But they need to do something else soon. Also, the Vandals have a settler. Are the Garamantes going? Wait, they're in the deep sea. Oh my goodness. Do they know of South America? No. Where are you going, Garamantes? This could be amazing if the Garamantes start settling in South America. Oh my goodness. About time. I mean, at the moment, only Mongolia and Qing are in the New World, so this will be pretty impressive. Portugal, who on earth are you fighting? What is going on? I mean, you ended that war with Britain, who now are struggling, although they look more like Britain than ever. I mean, they've got basically Northern Ireland. Just need to take down Cornwall back. Belgium, you've got some unique units here. That's cool. I made a joke about those unique units last time, so I'm not going to do it again. But 25 population in Brussels, that is ridiculous. And Denmark, what are you doing? Why are you so peaceful? You are supposed to be like the angry ones in Europe that's messing stuff up, but you're not. I mean, what is going on here? Why are you so peaceful, buddy? Why? There's also a Garamantian settler up here, so I'm not gonna... No fingers crossed about where they're taking that settler. Yeah, about this, Parthia. You may not have wanted the city in the south, but it would have been wise to at least not walk through it to get to the one you really wanted. That is the stupidest thing we have seen so far in this game. bar one thing, which I'll just remind you of briefly. I can't remember, I think it was this city right here. Apart from that, that is the most stupid thing we've seen all game. So, congratulations. Anyway, Mongolian settler. This city has either just been settled along this road, or it's been there from the start, and there's not much food here. That's what we'll take from this. Anything else? Has the Garamantian settler moved? It's heading south. Where, if it settles on this island, I swear to God. Oh, look, there we go. Polynesians did just enter the Renaissance era. And there's actually some fighting going on. Indonesia have sent some ships. I mean, they've got quite a few. You never know. Maybe, because Polynesia don't actually have any boats. They just have melee units on Guinea. So I'm just going to settle with Guinea. Siam, you going to do anything? You got your war elephants. I don't know who you'd attack, because India have quite a lot of stuff. It's just, actually they don't have that much stuff, but a lot of it is up here anyway. It's starting. 20 population Delhi. It's beginning. The massive Indian population is coming. I mean, China's got a pretty huge one too. Beijing's at 26. Wow, Korea's is tiny. All the starving, at least in this side. Maybe not in Seoul, but Busan, which is basically Pyongyang now. That's what's going on here when it divides. Oh, that sucks, Qing. I didn't notice that, but I think I did notice that. That does really suck. I feel for you. Vietnam and Qing are up here. I think Vietnam, you're fighting Mongolia. That'd be stupid, but why not, hey? Poland just declared war on Siam. I have no idea why they would do that. Why would you do that, Poland? What was the need? You have riflemen, to be fair. So the Europeans, some of them at least, seem to be really keeping up. Portugal aren't one of those, but they are fighting Switzerland, which is like the first time we might see something actually happen in mainland Western Europe. All of these cities here have stayed with their owners, with their settlers, apart from the ones in Britain. And even then, yeah, up here it's when things start to get a bit messy. Oh, we're approaching turn 250. This is like the slowest game ever, I just thought I'd point out. In terms of turn processing, I feel, oh, look, a steam frigate. But luckily, we're getting there. We're getting towards the end now. Actually, I say it like we're very close to the end. We're not that close. But Mongolia are now on Gatling guns. That's the particular... Oh my goodness, there we go. Siam versus the Vietnam. Sadly, they're probably going to get confused and try and attack Hanoi and this city here, when they should definitely just go all out. Because if they can take Hanoi, there's a lot of land, for one thing, and sea. That'd be huge for Siam, but they're probably going to try and take this, fail a little bit, and then get crushed. Indonesia, you're a bit overstretched at the moment. I mean, fighting Polynesia isn't that difficult, but come on. Okay, a lot of people... Oh, okay, Siam is screwed, because their army's up here, and Qing is going to finish them off. Yep, Qing versus Siam. Lots of Siamese units probably going to be killed up here in Qing territory. Could get worse for Vietnam if China join. That's the only way it could get worse, really. I guess India could go after this city. And then if China took this, China took Saigon, India took Haiphong, and Siam took Hanoi. Well, I guess there's also this city. Oh, and Vietnam did settle Sri Lanka. Oh, and the Kulin. The Australians getting in on the bashing of Vietnam here. The Kulin Aboriginals. I think these guys are Aboriginal too. I really hope they are. I know that it's Kimberley Aboriginals. Hopefully the Kulin... I don't know, they don't give the feel that they are. Their guy in charge... I should not have clicked that, should I? Oh, no. I don't know, he looks... The Great of the Kulin. Can't... He's got... His coat suggests he's not Aboriginal, but this suggests he is, this painting over here. And also, he's got giant hands. I mean, I just thought I'd point that out. His hands are massive. Like, just thought I'd note that. How... There. Okay, you're still struggling over here. Okay, I'll look away. Do what you need to do when no one's looking. Put some farms here. It makes them a little bit more worthwhile, probably. I mean, it might do. You know, it's better than just a desert, isn't it? Having a farm in the desert. Khazar are sending another settler out here just to trigger some of the big, scary Eastern European civs, which, I mean, they're still pretty big themselves. They're not that small. They've got 3 cities. 2 of them are fairly decent. But, yeah, I mean, they've not got many options to get any bigger. They can't go. Wallachia is going to be really hard to get to. They could try, but it's going to take ages. Poland is too strong. Denmark, it could be an option, but they do have a lot of stuff ready back here. Could go after Britain up here, but Britain actually have a lot of stuff up here. I keep forgetting about this when we talk about Britain being failures. And that goes to you as well in the comments, Britain. Britain supporters, they do have this stuff here. I mean, they're not going to win, don't get me wrong. But they are still fairly okay. That's how we'll describe it. Denmark trading with Belgium. Just ignoring Great Britain. Britain's trading with Belgium too. Apparently, oh no, this is... Wait, what? You seeing this? This British cargo ship is going from Brussels to Braga. How is that? What's going on there then? Is that like a defector? Have they defected? They're like, no, we don't want to trade for Britain anymore. Let's go trade with somebody else. Oh. How on earth has that happened? Rhodesia have lost the city of Adwa here on the, I guess, Somalia, Horn of Africa, to Arabia. Also, this city here in the middle of like the Oman-Yemen split. I don't know which side is which. I think Yemen, Oman. Yeah, I think Oman's on the right, but this is like in the middle, so it's hard to tell. But yeah, there we go. The Horn of Africa is Arabia's, and now they can move boats from Mecca out into the open ocean, and from Medina up to Mecca. So that might be very helpful for them. Think about it that way. And yeah, Arabia finally expanded a little bit, and the Ottomans just attacked Greece, and they have troops in Africa. This could be big. Maybe the Ottomans' time is coming. I mean, they always take out Greece, or at least Byzantium, which isn't the same as Greece, but you know, similar area. The Ottomans don't like their neighbours. They're just going to have to do it a different way this time. Anyway, Japan peaced out with Poland. And yep, those Vietnamese units have nearly taken this city. However, saying that, Siam's here, and Qing seem to be driving them off. But it was close. That would have been scary. Kimberley, what the hell is this? You just declared war on Carthage. I mean, do you really need to do that? That seems a bit excessive. Zurich is still seeing some heavy fighting. Portugal actually seem to be winning. Oh, well, never mind. Vietnam did take the city of Baoding. How on earth did you manage this, Qing? You were in such a good spot. Also, all your military's over here. Move them. Bet they're desperately trying to get China here, actual China, to join in. Congo v the Vandals. That's weird. Why would you do that? Congo. There's a load of settlers. I think the Garamantes gave up. Did someone beat you to your island? No, you just went home again. Okay. Whatever. Congo. Don't know why you attacked the Vandals, but, you know, you can do what you want. Polynesia, Carthage. Yep, it's just attack cities. It's just attack the small civs at the moment. That's what's going on, even though you're nowhere near them. I think that's what this year's all about. 1695. Oh, look, turn 250. There we go. We're actually going to notice when I hit it. Parthia and India come into a peace agreement. Carthage and Egypt also piecing out. How are you doing? What is the word? What is the word I'm looking for? Deformed fidget spinner Egypt. How are you doing? You're doing okay. You're doing. You have a very low population, but apart from that, you are doing okay. And your bright yellow is very nice, standing out on the map. Ethiopia v Carthage. Ethiopia is actually sending its troops north. Like, this area of Africa, Northeast Africa, there's hardly any space to move. There's that many units, because the Ottomans are here, Mercuria, the Songhai have also got half of their military here. I think fighting Greece too, if I'm not mistaken. I think this is going to be the end for Greece, at least in Sparta. It'd be interesting to see if the Sicilies... Oh, never mind, they're going after Why would you go after the Vandals? They're not even coastal. Why would you do that? I thought for a minute we were going to see them go after Carthage or Greece. Either would have been a good move, but no, they decided not to, which sucks. God's sake. But yeah, Sparta should fall, and then Athens, like I said, would probably fall to somebody like the Sicilies. Mali. Oh my goodness, you did something. That is unbelievable. And you go, this could be so good, because the Songhai's military's away, although their navy's still here. But yeah, we're going to see Mali. Oh my goodness, you idiots. Please, no. Just notice they're going to go for Casablanca first. They should have gone for Fez, surely. I don't know. But they don't have any boats. So, I mean, I don't know what they're trying here. Because they're just going to get, like, one-shotted, their units in the sea. Which is stupid for them. But, yeah, that sucks. There is a lot of interesting wars breaking out in this region. Africa and the Middle East is just going downhill right now, and East Asia, I guess. But China? Where the hell did I get China from? Egypt and Arabia are now at war. Actually, they have a tiny border. I don't think we'll see anyone. We won't see anything too serious. Songhai versus Carthage. This may confuse these soldiers a little bit. We'll start seeing them head this way instead, which will be really annoying. I mean, I don't actually... Looks like they're trying to fight Sparta. Now, the Ottomans are trying to cross the sea. Problem is, Greece has got these galleasses, which will be hurting these units. It's not going to be a good time for the Ottomans here, but the Ottomans are relatively safe. The Khazar won't be able to get them because of the mountain. Oh, Sicily's v Carthage. There we go. That was about time. Let's see how this goes. I mean, Sicily's have got... They're not as strong as I made them out to be, but if they stop getting units killed in the Vandals' territory, they might be able to do this, but I think they'll struggle. Actually, I thought they should have done it, but they're going to struggle. Denmark and the Zulu leasing out with the Vandals. How are you doing, Shaka? You're just here with a lot of impies, not really doing anything. And Rhodesia are also very quiet, which is kind of... You're falling behind, Rhodesia. You were supposed to be Africa's saviour, but apparently not. You're just falling behind. To be fair, Congo has caught up fairly well. I mean, cannons aren't the best, but I don't see any Rhodesian cannons, although that's just a choice of not building them. Arabia just entered the Did I say? Oh, I missed it. I don't imagine. I think it can't have been industrial. It might have been Renaissance era. I don't think it was industrial era. Gonna be honest, but yeah, this is getting pretty crazy all of a sudden. Very hectic. Vietnam seems safe. Qing are actually struggling to take this back, which is why it's so safe. Siam aren't really doing anything either. Qing, you've got more units here. Mongolia have got a huge force over here. I'm not sure why. It's got a lot of boats. Maybe they're just reconsolidating. Parthia is struggling to do what it needs to do. Poland seems to be having a bit of a resurgence here, at least in Western Poland, as we call it. Religion overview. Let's have a look. Religions quickly. I think we did it recently, but yep, two dominant ones still. It's Hinduism from India and Sikhism from Makuria. Only Eastern Orthodox from Ethiopia has more than 10 cities following it. Other than that, and that is South Africa. Yeah, for the most part, there's a bit of Catholicism, which I believe is Congo's religion. Yep, sort of struggling down there. But yeah, Sikhism, pretty huge from Makuria, and then you've got Indian Hinduism. Yeah, which is all across Mongolia and Eastern Asia. Which makes sense, although Japan are still here, repping Shinto. That has spread to some Mongolia. Oh, we might see Indonesia actually take a city here off Polynesia. And Polynesia were... I may have given Indonesia a bit of a handicap by making them, not giving them the ability to cross oceans. Polynesia had that ability, so I'm proud of Indonesia here for getting there, getting together. Wu Zixin. China has entered the industrial era. There we go. So, good job, China. Your workforce is about to be exploited by Europeans, I imagine. But, and Mongolia, because they are basically America now. Just accept it. They're not actually settling any more Mongolia. They've sort of given up. I think it's because they're building all these frigates in the cities they usually build the settlers. But there is one up here. Parthia's out here. Great way to go trigger World War II, basically. Or World War One, because we've not had a World War yet. They are like the two biggest forces, Mongolia and Parthia. Although Parthia are kind of looking a bit weak right now with this mess. And that's about all of their military. Although they're starting to build boats in the worst possible place in the world. Although I imagine... Well, they're building them all in this city, so it's not the worst idea. Garamantes are here. That is interesting. Sparta is close to falling. Are we going to see it fall? Garamantes v the Vandals. Okay, it's getting crazy in Africa right now. Wow, lots of wars breaking out. Maybe we'll see some countries start to consolidate. Some of the random cities in the middle of nowhere, such as this one here from Makuria and this Malian city, might get united. The outbreak of typhoid has ended. I had no idea what that even was. I think it was in Europe because it was in Sicily at one point. And wow, okay, lots of wars, lots of stuff. Yep, Sicily's pretty much out of stuff. Best way to describe it. Belgium are still here. I mean, I only commented on the fact they were still here about 10 minutes ago, but they're still here. That is, oh, there's a Sicilian settler up here as well. Iceland is still empty, although it's about to become British. And still none of the Europeans that know about it. Britain, Portugal in particular, not doing anything. It's very weird. Songhai, for whatever reason, took Sparta, screwing over the Ottomans. And that just leaves Greece with Athens. I know there's at least one person rooting for Greece. I can see the sadness in your face. Parthia has peaced out with Poland. Oh my goodness, that was the biggest waste ever. But Vietnam also peaced out with Poland. Can Vietnam... There's no way... Qing still can't take this. Okay, Qing are going to take it back now. There's no way they're going to fail now. They're actually starting to launch a bit of an attack to the south. Siam are getting on fine, he says. Privateers coming in. They should be fine. Indonesia are also not really doing anything. Oh, Indonesia failed. I thought they were going to do it. It looked like they were going to take Samoa here, or the city of Samoa. Oh, I didn't include the Samoan AI. They were so good in the last game. That city was huge that they had. But yeah, let's see. China, you're just going to stay very quiet. I mean, your military is kind of stuck here. I imagine they're trying to get this home because the Chokanus are quite outdated. So I imagine they're struggling to get these units home to upgrade them. But that is a bit for this video. 1720 AD. We're getting there. It's been an amazing game. This turn, so far, it's been an amazing game. This video has really seen it start to heat up across Africa, the Middle East. Lots of cities falling. Lots of developments in Southeast Asia as well. But anyway, Europe still very quiet, and the New World still very empty, despite Mongolia having a lot of the land. But anyway, thanks so much for watching. As always, if you have enjoyed, be sure to leave a like and a comment down below. And if you are new, it would be awesome if you could subscribe. Try and help me reach 700 subscribers. That would be awesome. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.